Hi, I'm Laura P. Coombs with week 6 of Charge. These are your strength training exercises. Remember that it is okay to use your own strength training exercises if there's something that you like, or if you're at a gym where they have equipment. Make sure that you are always picking something for your core, something for your legs, and then a pushing motion and a pulling motion. Those are really the four most important movement patterns when we consider our strength training exercises. So today for our core exercise, we're going to do a hip lift. You will lie on your back and put your feet about hip distance apart. Settle down into the mat before you get started, making sure that your shoulders are level with the floor and your hips are level with the floor. Then let's put one foot on the other thigh. From there, I'm going to use my abs to pull my thighs toward me while I use the muscles of my hip to push that left knee away. So for 30 seconds, I'm creating a little tug of war here in my abs and my hips by pulling my right knee in and pushing my left knee away. This is a lot more challenging than it looks, and it's a great way to introduce some core and hip work into your workout. Then, of course, we'll switch sides and repeat. And if you're like me, one side's going to be a little tighter than the other, which means you need to work a little bit more with this exercise. From there, we're going to do another core exercise that incorporates some thigh. The quads are an important muscle for a lot of activities of daily living, walking, squatting, bending, stair climbing, etc. It's hard to really isolate those in the gym unless you use a machine where you have the weight at your ankles and you're raising your knees, raising your shins, I should say, and that can create a lot of torque on the kneecaps. So this is a safe way to strengthen your quads. You'll also find that it's going to challenge your abs and your hamstrings. So I have a yoga block, or you could use a pillow between your thighs. I want you to raise your thighs so that your knees are right over your hips. Then we're going to squeeze into the yoga block. Then we're going to straighten our legs and drop. And try to get those feet to move in synchrony with each other so that I know one thigh isn't working harder than the other. And as I straighten, I'm squeezing my quads and I'm getting a nice stretch in my hamstrings while my abs have to work to keep pulling those knees toward me. Let's do 10 of those knee extensions. So now that your hips and your quads are all warmed up, we're going to do a big exercise that incorporates the legs with our back. Remember, we have to do a pulling exercise each week. So this is my pulling exercise. The back is full of big, powerful machinery to pull with. So let's try to find those muscles as we do these squats with a chop. I'm going to use an 8-pound medicine ball. You use whatever you have at home. It can be a duffel bag or a dumbbell or anything that's a challenging weight for you, or no weight at all is fine as well. So with a nice wide stance and your object, I want you to squat down with a little turn in your shoulders. Now my knees are going to keep pointing straight ahead and my tail is pushing way back. So from there, I'm going to stand straight up with my legs as I pull the ball back and up. Then I'm going to go back and put those back muscles on a nice big stretch. And then I'm going to squeeze my back muscles and my abs and my legs as I raise up. So we'll do 5 here. And this should be slow and strong. I once had a yoga instructor that said, imagine that you're pulling yourself through peanut butter. And I like that visual for something like this, just to really make sure that you're using muscles and not momentum or leverage from your spine. Then, of course, 5 on the other side. And then our last one is an overhead press. I'm going to use yoga blocks just to demonstrate that you don't need a lot of weight for this. If you have weight, that's great. Use some dumbbells. So this is going to encourage good sitting posture. You want to sit on your sits bones. Those are those little knobby, bones in your butt. And we want to have a little arch in the lower back. Our feet should be pointed straight ahead and our thighs should be parallel to each other. Then we're going to take our weights or our yoga blocks and press straight up, all the way up, and then pull down. Press straight up, all the way up, and pull down. Now, if you can't get those hands straight up overhead, I would rather you push out at an angle that's comfortable for you so that both arms are symmetrical. I don't want you to do one arm all the way up and one arm all the way up. We want both arms to be moving the same way. Because we're not using a lot of weight, I want you to do 20 of those and not just 10. So those are your 4 strength training exercises. Remember to do those in circuit fashion for a total of 10 minutes.